Hello everybody, yep, we're back in Xcom 2, this time for a mod that was ported by fans from Vanilla to War of the Chosen. Yep, we're here for Long War of the Chosen, which apparently released on the Steam Workshop back in December, but I hadn't noticed because it's been a long time since I've played XCOM 2. But it is something that I have followed, but right up until that point, and have been wanting to do, because one of the big things that I didn't like about Long War 2 is that the secondary weapons were very neat, but in order to make them good, you would need to sacrifice getting perks that would either strengthen your soldier or their primary weapon, which is not something I was willing to do in my playthrough of Long War 2. Also, as is obvious with any XCOM series I do, this is going to be heavily modded. There will be a link to a collection down in the description in case you want to play along. One thing to note in the mods, though, if you're using the extended information, disable the show aim assist option, otherwise all of your options, or all of your aim assists will show as 0%. Now then, I'm not certain how long these videos are going to be, because with regular XCOM I can't just do okay, we'll do some time in the tactical aboard the Avenger, spoiler alert, but I've done like 4 previous series of this, so yeah, and then just do one mission, because it doesn't work that way in Long War 2. Now, I will, yes, be playing this on rookie difficulty, because, as I said, it's been a long time since I've played XCOM 2, and even longer since I've played Long War 2. This is a mod pack that is not designed to be easy. It even recommends on Long War 2, if you have never played this before and have no experience, play it on rookie. Now, as for the advanced options, I've already chosen to have their primary actions disabled. I have seen more than enough posts online of people having entire squads wiped out in a single turn by the Chosen because of their primary actions. And yes, while it is expected that soldiers are going to die, it's not something you want happening too often, especially with a full squad. I'm also going to enable resistance orders, and I'm going to allow the ability to purchase multiple class abilities of the same rank with AP once the training center has been built. Because like I said, I liked the abilities that you could get for the secondary weapons, but the inability to get them and something that could boost your primaries or your soldier abilities kind of dissuaded me from using them. And as I learned in my War of the Chosen playthrough with the RPG overhaul, some of them can be very powerful. Beyond that, I'm not disabling anything else. There are some things that are changed in Long War of the Chosen that we're probably going to be going over. Now, I did try recording this beforehand, but the initial Gatecrasher mission went very poorly. At least in my opinion, it did. Anyways, we will not be doing Iron Man, because I've never played Iron Man, and Long War is probably not a good place to try out Iron Man, so let's go in without that. We're going to integrate the downloadable content, and we will be doing it. You can't enable the Lost and Abandoned mission, as it is disabled when running Long War of the Chosen. So we're not going to be getting our free Skirmisher and Reaper. We are going to be getting one of them, but I'm going to leave it up to chance what we get. Hopefully not a Templar, because I'd prefer either a Reaper or a Skirmisher to start out with, because they're pretty damn useful in the early game. And we've already seen these cutscenes, yada yada, commanders being held in a heavily guarded facility that, honestly, being heavily guarded just makes it obvious someone's there. Yes, yes, Advent. Oh, we're all so good. We're totally not evil and going to betray you, Skip. Oh, also, I'm going to be using a mix of a rather small character pool and mostly random soldiers. Just because I've got some voice packs that I would like to see used. Hopefully. Might have to go into character creation, or character customization and change it up, but who knows. And as you can see, A, we're starting with the skirmisher, and B, we have a lot more soldiers to start out with than we normally would, yeah. Because again, Long War works differently. Anyways, basic gatecrasher, kill all enemies, but you'll see that we'll have to deal with other enemies. Welcome to the first mission of LWOTC. The objective is simple: kill all the enemies. Note that this is one of the few missions that allows for the retrieval of enemy corpses, which are needed for research and building many items. Kills with explosives destroy corpses in LWOTC. Yeah, for those of you who have never played Long War 2, that is something to bear in mind. Most of the missions that would, in the normal game, have you just killing all the enemies and then escaping, in this game, you are actually evacing most of your missions. There are only specific missions where it's kill all enemies. So, gathering corpses is going to be difficult, and you're going to want to use your explosives less for killing enemies, unless you have to, and more for softening up tough targets or destroying cover. Something to really bear in mind.
Opposition is masked.
Okay then, well, we're gonna want to be careful. Let me zoom out. Too much. Let's see. Let's get moving. We want to try and find the enemies. We do, I believe. Yeah, we start in the corner. Well, we start at one end this time around. And we want to try and find our enemies as soon as possible before they can get too far away from us, or before they can meet up with one another, which in turn causes problems for us. Now, normally we want to be careful, only move one at a time, but with this area spread out as it is, it's going to be kind of difficult to move just one at a time.
On my way.
While staying in cover. Not seeing anything yet. I think we're going to divide them up, because we're not going to be able to see much through the train car unless it's through the doors. Something to bear in mind, you're going to want to keep your allies close enough they can support one another, but not so close that one enemy explosive can wipe them out. And believe me, that can happen.
A long approach.
Still no enemies yet. Oh boy. Okay, gonna want to be careful. Don't want to go through that because that'll break our concealment. Even though there's nobody around to hear us. Whatever.
I'm going. Rolling out.
Ah, here we are.
The Advent officers seem more capable than the grunts. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control. These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Okay, don't know why the tutorial didn't pop up, but yeah, we've got drones. These guys, while not extremely tough, they do come with armor, which at the moment we don't really have anything to break through that except for maybe a frag grenade, but using it against that would be a waste. They can also stun your units. Let's see, we've also got the officers. I'm gonna want to try and move this group back over this way, put these guys back in the fog of war so we don't activate them when we hit these guys.
Will I get to kill aliens over there?
Oh, look, one of the first voice packs. Annette, who was from Enemy Within.
I'll shoot anything that moves.
Okay, unfortunately, Hellborn cannot move, period. Or at least it appears that way. From someone else's perspective. Yeah, because look, he's got the detection on him, yet switching to him doesn't. Weird. Alright, good chances at hitting all of them except for the drone. Potentially the officer. But if we can get everyone set up in a good position with Overwatch, we should be able to get a decent enough ambush to take them out.
I'm on it.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
Let's see, do you have better chances at hitting? You do have a better shot at hitting the Advent officer than Hellborn does. But Hellborn does have hit and run. So I'm just going to put you into Overwatch. Unfortunately, I can't get you moved over there in one without triggering, or without getting us detected.
Moving to designated position. Got it covered.
So I'm just going to have to settle for this. Same thing with you, unfortunately.
I'm on it.
But that squad is in the fog of war. Hopefully they won't activate. Penny, let's get you over here.
Eyes on
Go into
the prize.
Overwatch. And Anderson, yes, I know I'm grouping them up very closely, but hopefully this will work out.
On Overwatch.
Alright, yeah, go for the Advent Trooper. Guaranteed kill if you hit.
Open combat begins.
New enemy, drone. Advent drones are hardy robotic scouts with high detection range and crowd control weapons. They are often found patrolling alone, except in this case, and can appear inside buildings and on rooftops. Yeah, be careful with them if you're trying to sneak around, cause they will detect you. Okay, officers down, troopers down,
Target neutralized.
but the drone is still up. Hopefully he does max damage, and it'll take it out, because remember, there is the armor. Nope.
We must destroy their armor.
Oh, please, please, please. Yes.
You're just lucky they don't let me use my hands.
Okay, we know that there's this squad down here. Now, I do recall Long War 2 does use this whole thing where there are, I believe they call them points of interest. Like if you're shooting things up in one location, squads will start moving to there. So I think I'm going to get everybody on Overwatch. Just to be certain, because I know that squad was down there. Chances are they might be moving to investigate.
Covering now.
On Overwatch.
On Overwatch. Come get some.
Do I want to send somebody out and risk activating them?
I can handle that.
I don't think I got much of a choice. Oh, wait a minute. I saw him flash over there, and it looked like he was in cover, which means they're probably coming to investigate, but being careful
Got
about
it
it.
covered. Come get some.
Now, I've got all the
Come
time
get
I
some.
need.
Watch order
If I
confirmed.
see anything,
Overwatch.
I'm shooting it.
Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now.
They come for us.
Come on. Move in to investigate. Oh, crap, all that loot. Whoops. Well, it's not worth risking all of our lives on it. So, yeah, probably best I didn't go after it. Now then, do I send someone down here? Or do I spend another turn with everybody going on Overwatch? I don't know. Amy? Investigate.
I should be out there hunting.
There they are. Advent now fields a variety of infantry units in addition to the basic trooper. Sentries in blue specialize in Overwatch. Gunners in green sport a high damage cannon with suppression capabilities. Grenadiers in red use a grenade launcher for crowd control and damage. And Rocketeers in orange fire high accuracy rockets. Yeah, gonna wanna be careful with these guys. Honestly, it's kind of a toss-up between going after the Gunners or the Grenadiers first. Because like I said, high damage cannon. Alright, she's got this guy flanked. I'm going to want to start getting some of my people out here and across, just busting through the door. Should be able to get that sentry. But first, let's take out the trooper.
I love it. Burning through ammo fast.
Okay, Hellborn. Honestly, I think it's better I get you into a flanking position here to take out the Advent Engineer. We do have to be careful because there is one more squad out there that will be consisting of a sectoid and one other. It could be a sentry, could be a trooper. Ah, damn it. Got hit and run, but you're out of ammo. You know what? Probably not a bad idea to throw a flashbang down on these two just to lower their accuracy. Let's see, is there anybody else from here I can get in position to flank the sentry? Yeah. I always use the mouse wheel to try and zoom up and down, but that's for moving up levels in the on the map. Ooh, does not seem like there's really anybody I can move in for that. Probably should have gone for the sentry, just because, while not particularly dangerous, they can get annoying very quickly. Well, hold on. If I go down to the ground, that would allow me to flank. Please don't run into the sectoid. Please don't run into the sectoid. Okay, good. See, I can move somebody else in to flank the sentry. So, yeah, go for the engineer. Or just miss entirely. Yeah, we can see that. Okay, Greta?
On my way.
Get down here. Try and take out the sentry. Please. Good.
That's how it's done.
There's at least
Toss
that.
me some ammo.
I can only move you here to
Okay,
be able to
I'll
get
go.
into position. %42 chance. Take it.
Come on.
Don't really have anywhere I can put Penny. And I kind of... Honestly, I really should have been spreading these two out. Ugh, I'm probably going to regret that. Actually, there's no probably about it. I am going to regret that. So he's probably going to launch a grenade and hit
On my
these
way.
two.
I'm on it.
You two get over
Let's move
here.
already.
Provide Overwatch if you can. Or... 48, come on. There we go.
You want some more?
There's that at the very least. And you...
Okay, I'm going.
Get down here, provide Overwatch.
I'll shoot anything that moves.
Okay, good. Disorienting him was the right call. Only problem is he's in a very bad position for us.
Heading out.
Yeah, 35% chance. I could try using... Well, let's see, a grapple. Can I grapple anywhere that would be a good position? Yes, there's right here, but there is also a very real chance that that's where the sectoid is.
I must reload.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
A useful aid.
Yeah. As you can see, the skirmisher doesn't start with the ability to pull enemies in. Trust me, if he had it, I would be using it. Hit and run, blast him again.
I am almost out of ammunition.
Yeah, okay. Let's see, where else could they be? See, that's the very edge. They could be somewhere around here, or they could be somewhere down this way. That's the best bet I've got on where they're gonna be.
Moving on target location.
Gonna move up one at a time, go into
Fully
Overwatch.
covered.
It's just two guys, but one of them is a sectoid.
What's over there?
And those guys can be dangerous. Granted, though, we do have
Come get some.
flashbangs in case the sectoid does manage to mind control or do anything to our soldiers. You know, I just realized they could also be up top here.
Location confirmed.
Well, only one way to find out.
Sure thing. Affirmative. Covering now.
Move, move, move!
Not as much cover as I would like moving vertically
Let's
along
do
the road,
this.
or parallel to the road, I guess you would say.
Moving to Overwatch.
Ah, there it is. And just a regular trooper. Grazed, but it's still
Bear
damaged.
some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion. Their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are stronger than ever, with an even greater psionic potential.
Miss the target. Get it together.
Yeah, but it doesn't count as a flanking shot, probably because of this big pillar in the way. Okay, Thomas, can you get... Yes, you can get into a position to flank sectoid. I don't know why it says... Ow, but you're out of ammo. And you can't get into a position to flank them. Hey. Hellborn, though. You can get into a position to flank the Advent Trooper. That doesn't seem like it's great, but it is, because it means I can take out a guy who's probably going to spend most of his time overwatching, despite not being a sentry, which would prevent our people from moving in.
I require ammunition. Reloading.
Let's see. Wilson. Not a whole lot of good positions. I suppose my best bet is keeping it
Seems
locked
doable.
down with overwatches so it can't move. It does still get the
Overwatch.
chance to attack, unfortunately.
Heading out.
Overwatch. I come! Got it covered!
Okay, You know, if I move into a position where it's flanked... Again, I don't know why it's saying he's flanked here when I know the sectoid's the last enemy. That would probably force it to move out of panic
Moving!
into the overwatches, or it'll stay where it is.
Locked and loaded.
And probably try to attack him.
I guess that'll be okay.
We'll find out.
Scanning!
Not sure why it's still saying he's flanked here.
I'm going. If I see anything, I'm shooting it.
We're green to go! Got it covered.
Yep.
Anyone want a souvenir?
Positive confirmation. Area secured. Status
Okay.
confirmed. Mission accomplished.
That went way better than the first attempt at this. Alright, take a mission photo. Justice for Western Europe, so that's where we're starting out, huh? Which means that for once I'm not starting out in... was it Southeast Asia? Yeah, thereabouts, because it seemed like every game I've done on the channel started out in Asia.
And despite the destruction left in their wake, Xcom refuses to let go of the ways of the old world. They will continue their wanton and reckless crimes until the entire world burns around them. We are grateful to the Elders for their support in ending this menace once and for all.
Right. And yeah, Hellborn does deserve all those points.
To end the Elders' false vision. That is the purpose of all skirmishers. Until it is done, there can be no other path for us.
And yeah, everybody got a promotion, despite some of them not getting any kills. That is one thing I loved about Long War 2 that I kind of wish there was a mod for in the regular game. Because there are times when some of your soldiers just can't get any kills on a mission. Because yeah, anybody who goes on the mission gets experience, whether you get kills or not. Because and I have done this before, there are missions you can go through where you can just sneak through the entirety of it. Okay, Rachel Martin, Shinobi, new ability Phantom. When the squad is revealed, the soldier remains concealed. Also gains Flesh and Slash. Slash an adjacent target with your sword uses one action. Flash, attack any enemy within movement range with your sword, deals +1 damage for every 4 tiles between your starting position and the target. And they get 3 different abilities, Kenshi, Saboteur, and the middle one. There's also XCOM abilities, which from what I've seen, they allow you, are just a random assortment that is randomly determined. There's also, if it would scroll down, pistols. Because pistols are something you can just give your soldiers. They're not a secondary weapon given only to snipers. And you can spend some points to, well, give them some extra pistol abilities. Magnum definitely seems like a good one. Standard pistol shots have no long-range penalties. But yeah, Shinobis are basically your stealth operatives, good for getting in and out. Not very strong with their SMGs, but hey. Okay, a Grenadier for Alice Rice. Launch grenade. The Grenadier uses a grenade launcher to fire grenades rather than throwing them. This allows for greater range and grenade capacity. These are going to be your people that are basically doing demolitions. Support, Boomer, and the middle one. Which seems to give upgrades to, well, basically the explosives themselves. We'll go over them as we get promotions. Right, Wilson, you are our sharpshooter, which grants them the Hollow Targeter. Hollow target your enemy to grant aim bonuses to all attacks on this target by you and your allies until the start of your next turn. This is going to be a very useful ability, and is that Shredder I see? Oh, that is good. Yeah, anybody who's watched my War of the Chosen playthrough with the RPG overhaul knows just how powerful the Hollow Targeter can be as a tool. Like I said, I never used it in my playthrough of Long War 2 because, well, taking these would mean not having things like Snapshot or Death from Above. Now, obviously, some of these things are mutually exclusive, and we might not be able to get them. Well, not be able to get both of them, but yeah. Alright, Penny is our Assault. Boom gains an arc thrower that you can use to incapacitate targets. Useful if you're not going to be able to take out an enemy and need to take them out of the fight for the turn. Combat intelligence very low. Anybody who knows the character knows that that is not true. Oh yeah, I forgot to check the combat intelligence of the others. Combat intelligence basically determines how much AP your character can get over time.
You know them as they were, the soldiers of Advent. Now they are free to choose. If you stay your course, Commander, they will stand with you until the end.
Lance Corporal, Hellborn, Calliope gains the ability Grapple even though he already had it. Now then, for this first skill. Oh yeah, hero classes just get the AP that they need to purchase an ability right away. I am absolutely taking Justice. Being able to pull a humanoid target away and deliver a strike to just basically delete them, going to be very useful in the early game, and a good way to start out a turn. Battlefield Awareness can be good, but Justice is just the superior one for right now. Alright, Anderson, what do you got? Ranger, light him up. Standard shots with your primary weapon are not turn-ending. They also get the sawed-off shotgun. Fire your sawed-off shotgun at a nearby enemy. Good for doing close-range heavy damage. Alright, and as for the other ones, what do we got? Both bald. Or shaved. Technical. They gain access to heavy weapons. The soldier is trained to use the Xcom Gauntlet, a combination rocket launcher and flamethrower. Can be very good. Just be careful with the flamethrower so that you don't set your own allies ablaze. And obviously the rocket should go without saying of not blowing up your own allies. Alova is our gunner, so we didn't get any specialists. That's not all that great, because it means that we don't have a ranged healer right now. Let's see. Gunner, knife fighter. You may make a melee attack with your knife against adjacent enemies. Different from the sword, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage comparatively, but it's good if you ever get into a close quarters encounter. Let's see. Area suppression. Suppression lets you pin down a target. Area suppression, if your enemies group up, which more often than not, they tend not to, but if they do, you can suppress multiple ones. Reduces their aim until suppression is removed, and grants reaction fire against anyone that moves. Okay, got a few alien allies, some Illyrian crystals, some supplies, and corpses. Don't get too used to getting these corpses, because like I said, a lot of missions we're going to be evacuating out of. Long War of the Chosen is a complete overhaul to XCOM 2 WOTC, or War of the Chosen, that makes the campaign more challenging and feel like a guerrilla war. You can disable the tutorial via change difficulty. I'm going to keep it on for now. And we've got some time.
Transmission.
May as well go through
I've got to
these.
hand it to the aliens. The invasion was one thing. Oh, their advanced technology. They had the drop on us for sure. But Advent, there's something we could never have prepared for, even with better gear. Between the propaganda, the handouts, and a seemingly endless supply of reinforcing peacekeepers, They're nothing but trouble for an upstart resistance movement.
Yeah, hearts and minds, everybody. Hearts and minds.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration. With one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized. If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late.
Okay then. Business as usual. Let's see. LWOTC adds several entries to the Xcom archives that explain some of its core concepts in more details, like infiltration and haven management. I believe that's something that was actually lacking in the original Long War II. You can also review all your havens from one screen via the Resistance Management menu. Very useful. We currently only have one right now. Now, we can't send a haven advisor. That requires a soldier of... higher ranking, which does allow for... How do I put this? It basically increases their skill here. Now, we can set all of these people doing different things. Intel, hiding, which basically reduces the heat gathering, because as they do these things, Advent is going to be looking for them. The he gets, the worst retaliations are going to be.
To the research labs.
We'll get to that. Let's see, armory, bridge. No, there's something here. Resistance management panel, yeah. Let's see, take appropriate haven management panel, see below. Facility, personal files, resistance operators. Let's see. Where, oh where? Power management, retaliation, black market, council missions. Alright, liberating regions. I might as well go over this. The Resistance, with sufficient help from Xcom, may now liberate regions entirely from Advent control. They must detect and undertake a series of increasingly difficult missions to do this, culminating with strikes on Advent's power centers in the region. The aliens will undertake almost no activities in liberated regions unless they attempt to retake it. The Resistance will generate bonus supplies, recruits, and intel for Xcom in liberated regions. Any active infiltrations in a region that is liberated will receive a significant bonus to infiltration percentage. And then, the commander will have to decide whether to go on that mission immediately or abort before Advent retreats its forces to neighboring regions. Liberating a region should give the Resistance sufficient access to Advent infrastructure that we may begin to discover the aliens' true purpose on Earth before it's too late. Okay. Resistance factions, resistance orders, come on. Here we are, Long War II concepts, resistance. Haven management, I'm going to be going over this. In Long War II, the commander will take over management of the worldwide resistance movement against the Advent administration. In other words, you have complete control over what the Havens are doing. In regions Xcom has made contact with, you will use Haven Management Screen to direct the priorities of Resistance cells. Individual Resistance members will be listed on the screen. Resistance members can be assigned to one of 4 tasks. Technically more than that because some of the mods that I have downloaded. I'll go over that in a minute. Resistance members can be assigned to one of 4 tasks: supply, recruit, intel, or hiding. Note that rebels assigned to new jobs will not begin work until the following day. The supply job. Resistance personnel on supply job are focused on scavenging supplies from around their regions. More rebels assigned to supply job will mean a larger supply job each month. Note that over time in a given region, the supply job will grow less effective as the Resistance scrounges the most easily recovered materials. Yeah, you're going to want to try and spread out your Resistance fairly quickly, not just so you can take on the story missions, but also because, as it states, the supply job will become less effective over time. And if you have nobody on the supply job, you're not going to be getting any supplies, period. And we all know how important supplies are. Resistance members assigned to the recruit job are busy in their communities looking for volunteers willing to join the Resistance. Recruits may either join the local haven, or if they have potential as an Xcom trooper. They will enter the pool of potential recruits for soldier training. More rebels assigned to the recruit job will mean faster recruiting of both Resistance members and soldiers. If recruiting in a liberated region, you have a small chance to find a scientist or engineer willing to work for Xcom. Intel jobs, they will look for information on Advent and alien operations. They will generate a small income of intel resource, but their main function is to detect alien activities and alert Xcom to vulnerabilities in the enemy security network. This is how we're going to be generating jobs alongside intel. More Resistance members, detect more missions, and often detect them more quickly than they otherwise would. This gives your troops more time to infiltrate those targets, which is vital to generating survivable missions. The Avenger can assist greatly in intel jobs in a single region. Scanning at the Resistance Haven site will produce intel and missions equivalent to the contributions of several unpromoted Resistance members. Then there's the hiding job. Resistance members who are put in hiding will produce no resources, but they will also avoid any unwanted attention from Advent. Busy havens are more likely to attract Advent retaliatory strikes, so putting rebels on the hiding job will lower the haven's profile. Advent will more rapidly lose interest in regions with numerous Resistance members in hiding, or with few Resistance members overall, and will be less likely to move troops in. We also have the Liberate job, which is specifically meant to generate missions for liberating the region. We have the Manufacturing job, where they basically make stuff for us. We have the Find Facilities thing, which isn't relevant right now, but will be, where they will basically find alien facilities for specific reasons. There's also the Guerrilla job, which will allow us to basically perform guerrilla movements, which generate missions that will allow us to get corpses. Now, something to bear in mind, from what I have been told on the Discord for Long War of the Chosen, specifically the modding section, the Manufacture and Find Facilities jobs work 100%. The Guerrilla and Liberate ones do work, but sometimes when we go to try and do a mission it's discovered, they will disappear, so it's gonna be iffy. Now, there is an operating capacity. Each haven only has the capacity for a maximum of 13 Resistance members at that job to be assigned to the various jobs there. The rest will be treated as reserves and put in the hiding job. So yeah, we can get more than 13, but any excess beyond that will automatically be put into hiding. Advent reprisals. In retaliations and similar missions, Resistance members will appear during tactical combat. Depending on the operation, they may sometimes be armed, although will be less effective than XCOM soldiers in combat. I don't know if they're anything like the ones in War of the Chosen. See, XCOM soldiers are also sometimes required to activate Resistance members by moving close to them, giving the player control of their actions so they can move to escape areas as necessary. Yeah, it's not just get next to them, they're safe, you still gotta get them out. See, in addition, XCOM can recover certain Advent assets and repurpose them for Haven defense, granting additional units to assist in combat. Now then, over time, Resistance members can become better at their jobs. Resistance members who have gained a level will be marked with an asterisk on the Haven management screen. Expert members who have gained a second level will be marked with an additional asterisk. These promoted rebels will produce more results on any job they are assigned to, and they will also receive XCOM perks for use in combat. Something very useful. As for advisors, we may give a single advisor from our staff to each Haven to assist in various tasks. Advisors may be assigned by clicking the photo frame, which I did show. Assigning an engineer will generate bonuses for the supply job. A scientist, bonus to intel. The soldier will generate bonuses on the recruit job. The soldier will also appear in on combat missions in the Haven personnel. Yeah. Let's see. Soldiers should be outfitted with gear on the Avenger before departing for the Haven. If a Resistance Haven is entirely wiped out by enemy action, the only way to recruit new rebels is to station a soldier in the region. Yeah, we gotta be careful with that. I'll go over infiltration later on. But yeah,
Commander, to the research labs.
Honestly, I'm gonna assign a couple of them to recruitment so we can get numbers up here. And I'm going to give them a soldier. I think what I'm going to give them is our technical. Technical can be useful, but not really at this point. And I'm going to have the rest of them on intel so we can start generating missions. But with that, we are actually out of time for this episode of Long War of the Chosen, which kind of works out because it means I can go into the other stuff, maybe do some infiltration, potentially do some missions. Like I said, it works differently in Long War, so it might take a bit for us to get things started. And there may be some episodes where we go without a mission. But yeah, anyways, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for an upload. And for those of you who didn't watch Monday's episode of the Banner Saga, apparently people were having trouble voting on the straw poll, but never bothered to leave a comment saying anything. So I'll be putting up a new straw poll. Hopefully that will work. You still got plenty of time to vote on it because we still got Banner Saga 3 to get through. But yeah, if you could, please leave a vote on, or please vote for our next Let's Play. If not, then I'll just decide for myself. And if you could, please leave a comment down below this video, especially anything regarding the volume. If anything is too loud or too quiet, please let me know. I will do what I can to fix it, but bear in mind that I record these videos in bulk, so you're not going to see changes immediately. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.